The following is a special color telecast of the annual awards of the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. Stay tuned for Felony Squad, Peyton Place, Rat Patrol, and Iron Horse, which will immediately follow this special program.
Thank you. Well, and finally it all comes down to this.
Here's 1998, and the highest viewership ever the Oscars has received, with 55 million TV sets across the world tuning in to the prestigious award show, with its pretty incredible lineup. It was the year's highest grossing film of then. Titanic won Best Picture, beating out the likes of Good Will Hunting and LA Confidential. Other categories nominees including As Good as It Gets, Men in Black, and Air Force One. Yes, that Air Force One. Then, you move a quick 24 years forward and, well...
Oh, wow!
The Oscars have, for their 90-plus year run, been the highest point of success in many people's eyes within the film community. The golden statue has developed into a symbol of great cinematic achievement, and the image of it victoriously held above the head of its winners has become a staple in the morning newspapers every year. And it is because of this, it's become quite a surprise to most moviegoers, who've been quite baffled by the shockingly low recent viewership numbers for the Oscar ceremonies, with between 1998 and Year of Our Lord 2022, there being a 70% drop in ratings, which isn't good by any means. Reasons for this downfall having varied widely, former Oscar favourite Francis Ford Coppola saying to Variety, "There are too many award shows now. I liked it when it was just the Oscars," and further denouncing them later saying, "I don't like as much big razzle-dazzle production. I like it more intimate, when they had a gentle quality that I think was nice." A valid opinion. Another argument being the fracturing of what audience are interested in and what gets nominated. At the moment, franchise films have a stranglehold on the film industry, with none of their billion-dollar escapades getting close to a Best Picture nomination. Unlike 1998, where Titanic was the highest-grossing film of the year, as well as Best Picture winner, or The Godfather coming out as second highest-grossing in 1972, the last Best Picture winner to gross over 100 million was Argo back in 2013. It should be mentioned, though, that it has been slightly offset by last year's Dune, that whilst not winning Best Picture was nominated and brought in an impressive 400 million to the box office. There's also the argument that films that win are now more likely those who campaign hardest instead of those who deserve it. For example, these two No Time to Die posters. One the original, and one later released during Oscar season hoping for an award. This causes it to be very predictable when guessing the nominees and winners, as well as having the probably worse effect of causing films to be overlooked. The Academy admittedly always having this problem, Martin Scorsese waiting until The Departed to receive his Best Director, and Kubrick never directing one. But now even obvious contenders are getting overlooked. There being mild outrage this year when strong contenders The French Dispatch and The Green Knight both got overlooked due to the lack of advertising, despite their both worthy quality. However, all these arguments seem to be offset by one point, which is that viewership for the Oscars only dropped dangerously low in 2018, where it dipped to 26.6 million. Despite all these practices have been going on for the Academy long before 2018, so I doubt that was what was driving away viewers. Rather, I think that was the year that it seemed realized by the public that the Oscars no longer held what made them great: their exclusivity. Coincidentally, where the Oscars viewership numbers have fallen, movie streaming services have skyrocketed, something that started in mid-2018, where video streaming subscriptions went from 9.7 million to 173.7 million. And with this, cinema as a whole became less exclusive. In general, with most movies on streaming somewhere now allowed for larger audiences, which created niche groups of fans for certain movies. So, the idea that a show commenting on movies, saying it was the end-all be-all in film criticism, felt unlikely to succeed. Also, due to streaming, now the average amount of time a person spends on electronics generally has increased, so studios have found a new way to advertise to viewers.
Any other bandage. The proof? Take a dry egg at room temperature. Touch the egg with any other bandage.
Traditional TV has been failing, and so advertising can't be done the same way it has been done for so long. And most advertising has moved to computers and iPhones, where most of a film's audience now resides. The problem for the Oscars is that this new form of advertising and general growth in social media has removed another form of exclusivity once held by the Oscars, where it is used now not to be common to see actors and something of event when they were being interviewed or seen on an award show.
Hello and welcome aboard British Airways. Please pay attention as I demonstrate, the safety features of this aircraft.
Now is a constant, with actors appearing on many forms of social media as possible, to hound the next film.
Hey there, I'm Ryan Reynolds and I don't know anything about ice sculpting!
There's also the fact that the Oscars are no longer the only award show judging movies. They're slowly but surely expanding, as well as the Oscars, as the Golden Globes, BAFTAs, Screen Actors Guild Award, Critics' Choice Award, People's Choice Award, and even the MTV Movie Awards.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
The award season has been stretching longer and longer, and with the choices for all being the same, after a while fatigue for it all starts to set in.
Everybody's got an opinion, and that's good. That's one thing I'll tell you, Chris. When I took on this job, I didn't realize that everybody knew how to fix the Oscars. I had no idea. I mean, I don't run into one person that says, let me tell you exactly what you got to do. Let me tell you exactly what you can't do. Let me tell you what you always have to do, what you can never do. Everybody's got an opinion.
As ABC's producer Will Packer, ABC being the channel airing the Oscars, has said, everybody's got an opinion about this damn show. So to prove this sentiment true, I suppose I'll throw my hat into the ring. I think that the general invention of increased social media presence has ruined the prominence the Oscars once held. There's no longer the draw of the actors with their availability to see them always there. There's no reason to rely on them for film judgment, as now anybody can post their own top 10 films of the year, and even make their own type of award show.
Thank you to all of you in this room. I have to congratulate the other incredible nominees this year for their unbelievable performances.
And there's no reason to watch them and wait for the winner or what they're going to say in their acceptance speech, because you can see the highlights of a 4-hour ceremony on your phone before you've had your first conversation of the day. Overall, the exclusivity has generally seemed to be lost. For the Oscars, the purpose of watching the Oscars for nearly 100 years was the exclusivity. The exclusivity of every major celebrity coming to the same place on the same night, the exclusivity of being the only film judging show, and the exclusivity of a show's lucky winners receiving a coveted Golden Award. And so, with the Oscars losing so much every year, scrambling for viewers by rearranging minor details, the question has started to come up as to whether the Oscars can survive the 21st century.
You got some people that just want to burn it down, and I'm just not one of those people, right? I want this show to survive and continue, and it's at an inflection point, because there's no secret, the ratings have been tough the past few years. It's been a precipitous drop. I want this to be the first year that we reverse that trend.
I think that people hope so. Compared to other linear TV, the show's doing better than others. Or will it not? Like the 1929 winner of the Most Outstanding Picture, Wings. Will it be lost to history? Become a relic of the past? A casualty of changing times? Hi, this is Luke. If you liked that video, please like and subscribe, and click the bell icon for notifications about new videos.